Good morning and hello, hi, humans. Hey, y'all. Listen, I am Natia Joyner. This is a good morning. My hair is being weird, but it's okay because there's a plastic cap on it. It's full of conditioner. I got my hair cut yesterday. So I actually cut my hair, y'all. Some of you may know last week. And I just didn't go get it professionally cut. So now that I got my sides cut today, after I wash the deep conditioner out, we're gonna go in and trim and give some more shape to the haircut. I'm so excited. Okay, it's me. I'm excited. Anywho, I am in good morning, good morning, good morning. Listen, I am super excited. Yesterday we had a great conversation about what you should be looking forward to. And I realized that as I move, that we talked about it the day before that there has been a little bit of an issue with my faith, child, believing God again. And that he was like, okay, faith comes by hearing, hearing by the word of the Lord. And we got a testimony, y'all. Okay. It's a testimony. Because of God's faithfulness. Y'all know I love to holler and be silly. Good morning, y'all. Love and be silly. Faith without works is dead. No, but seriously, faith without works is dead. And I realized that I go into like this really weird space. Like if like my faith is off, child, I'm not all right. I'm just not okay. I'm just really not in a really good space. And so as I've been praying, like, Lord, help me figure out where we went left. Y'all, this hair is worrying me. Can I just say this hair is worrying me and I want to put the cap back on. Just throw the hair back. You know what I'm saying, Kayla? So yeah, we got a mighty testimony. Because I believed what he said. And I think that we were in prayer this morning and we're praying about like disappointment. And I just really like disappointment be out here trying to rob us. You know what I'm saying? Like disappointment has literally robbed me and pushed back some progress that I need to have been making for months now. Like I was supposed to move into my apartment in technically December, the end of December. And God would say, okay, you're going to move. Go do this, go do that. And I would believe him, but I wouldn't work like I believed him. I had that, we always laugh about that weird, super religious faith that has absolutely no works involved, like where you just like, okay, but there's times, let me just be very clear here. There are times where you have to stand still and let the Lord do all the things. You stand still, put your hands up, Lord, you got it, Lord. You gonna do it, Lord, you gonna move. And he's telling you, I don't need you to do nothing but just watch me work. There are moments like that. But then there's other moments where he's like, I need you to go out here and do some things. I need you to put your hand to the plow. Okay. I need you to do a little work. And he met me again, y'all. Like that's I don't know. I don't know that I'll ever get used to the that aspect of how God moves and how he operates. Long story short, because I'll share it. I'm supposed to be moving, and I kept pushing the date back, because I didn't see how I was going to pay for it. Okay. And there were other factors that just weren't moving like I thought it was supposed to be. Kayla, you asked me the other day, like, how do you keep going when the path ain't clear and when it ain't doing what it's supposed to be doing? So this is where faith comes in. Okay. And again, we talked about community. Okay. You need some folk around you to be like, hey. What did you say? What did you say God said to you? Okay, what we're gonna do to not to help him, but to meet him. Okay. What natural are you gonna do so he can put his super on it? And God was like, you're gonna move, but it's gonna be you. And I was like, me, because we had this conversation before. Lord help. And so I sat down and I was like, I'm moving Friday. I'm moving Friday. Nothing else matters. The house selling or not selling is not gonna keep me from not moving. Because God said, "I need to move." How much stuff like and so then I had to start thinking like, what how much is being held up because I haven't moved yet? Good morning, Ty. I pray all is well in your world, girl. Like how much stuff is being held up because I'm not moving? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if see, that's the kind of stuff that I be thinking about. And sometimes we get stuck where we are because we don't see. Like, we don't see beyond this moment. Okay. I don't see the money to move. I don't see, how this is going to work out. I don't know who's going to help me move it. Do I need to do this? All I get caught up in that. And so I don't make the moves that I need to make. But what is on the other side of the move? Like what level of freedom is over there? What level of joy is over there? What level of abundance is over there? You know what I'm saying? Like, and so it just came down to the point where I felt like I can no longer, there can't be anything left that God has told me to do that I haven't tried real hard to do. You know, I'm talking about real hard to do. I used to go through this phase where I would be not obedient, compliant. God tell me to do something, I just kind of do it just enough to say, Lord, I did it. And yeah, that don't work. No. He would say, throw your whole self at a thing, leverage all your assets. And I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna do a little of this. I'm gonna send a little email. Anyway, it got serious this week. And I'm like, okay, Lord, I don't know how you're going to do it, but I'm gonna do what you say. I'm gonna ask you how to do, not how you're going to do it. How do you want me to move today? What do you want me to focus on today? What's the priority for the day? Child, what's the scripture for the day to help me do what it is that you're calling me to do? And yesterday morning, I was walking and I was like, Lord, what's happening? And I had this sense that you're going to have just enough. And I was like, okay, because I'm moving. And y'all, I got an email. This be the thing, okay? I got an email saying that I was pre-approved, pre-qualified for the exact amount that I needed to move. What? I just, y'all, I just got an email like, and that is the timing of heaven. There's no possible way that I would be, because it's not something I apply for. It's not something that comes regularly, and it's through my business. And when I tell y'all, it's a blessing. And the bigger blessing from the thing is that God is like, I'm going to meet you where you are, but there's still work that you need to be doing. Once I started actually working and marketing and doing the things that I know to do, income started coming to me. And God was like, okay, bet, I got you. I see you working. I see you moving. I'm going to put a little something on that. And we thank him. Like, there's so much that we need to be doing. There's so much that he has for us. I feel like there has been a weight lifted off of me, I just do, child. Um, just being in a space and being in an opportunity to be able to start fresh, you know. There is a little, you know, not sadness, but there's a little something about moving out of my house. Um, but I think that one of the most beautiful things is God restores. Yeah, he just restores. He restores and he makes all things better. Ain't that what Ty Tribbett say? The Bible does say all things that work. Did I really forget the scripture? All things work together for the good of them that are loved by God and called according to his purpose. Y'all, that scripture tried to have me in a chokehold. Jesus. But yeah, I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful. And it makes me excited to it has stirred my faith. It's the best way to say what I'm trying to say. It has stirred my faith in a way where it's like add a little work a lot, work hard. The Bible talks about working hard, and sometimes we be off. You know, we be trying to do the wrong thing, like, and we get things mixed up and we get things construed. Like in at my church, we are in a series called Commanded Rest for our Wednesday worship and word, like our Bible study, and it's commanded rest, and rest is not sleeping. And there are some people who's like, "Oh, I need my rest. I need my rest." When a lot of what we're missing is the fact that you can work from a place of rest. Rest is a state, not necessarily a physical action. Okay. And God is calling for certain seasons. Like, yeah, I've been sleepy this week, but it's go time. God is ready to move on our behalf. And there's just a few things that we need to be doing. I really want to be in a space where I don't owe God nothing. I know we don't usually talk like that, um, because He paid it you know, all to Him I owe. He took my guilty stains, all the fun stuff. However, there's a few things the Lord has asked of me. He has asked me to do that have not been executed. And so therefore, I owe him some stuff. Now I owe him a praise because that's always but I remember like one time, for some of us, okay, we owe him a praise. I remember watching John Hannah one day. He's like, some of y'all a little past due on your thank yous, huh? You owe him a thank. Mm? But I owe him some stuff. I there's some things that he asked me to do. For some of you, that's that book that you need to write. You need to just start, child. You need to start writing it. Like, Lord, you told me to write the book. Let me go ahead and putting pen and paper. Let me get my voice note app out and talk it out so that I can then have it transcribed. Whatever it is, start putting some on it. Put a little payment. Make a little payment arrangement for what you owe him. You know. Um, so y'all, I'm just grateful because God is kind. He don't have because He ain't got to be so kind to me. He ain't got to be so kind to me. So I'm excited. That means it's a new place to decorate. And yeah, okay, I want to tell y'all about this. This is more of a ramble this morning. Okay, where you pick up what you can. Okay, um, I really good morning, girl. Yeah, so I have this idea. Y'all know that I am getting into more YouTube type stuff and teaching. And so my style of teaching, I do love to just sit, teach, blah, 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 blah. But I also like to have like a demonstration because I love a good correlation chat. I love it when I love it when a thing come together. Okay. And I am going to do this series on YouTube called Navigating Transition. And it's going to be like a 3-part series. And the very first part of it is navigating transition in the middle of chaos. Okay. But the analogy will be me moving. That you'll see like my house in disarray, my house in chaos, me looking like chaos. This is the definition of chaos. Okay. There's two versions of me, right? There's a calm version, it's the chaos. So there'll be two different characters, it's the whole thing. And how because the thing is when you're navigating transition um for your business and in life, there's a few things that need to happen, right? And so in the first video, I'll be like talking about that and navigating that, showing what I'm doing and how that relates to business principles and how that relates to life and spiritual whatever. And what's so amazing because it is currently what I am living. Um, my mentors and my pastor, they are just giving me more and more rich gems for the content. Like Bishop was like, yeah, whenever you are in seasons of transition and it's chaotic, the very first things you need to do is find the order and the structure, huh? And I'm like, ooh, 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 this is good. The second video in that series will be called Stuck Between the Two. And it will be about the joy of what's coming next. No, the joy of the new, but mourning the old. And what it looks like to the duality of life sometimes, where there's something amazing happening on this side, but there's a piece of something that you are mourning in the back, right? And so I'm excited about that video. When I was writing out the outline and like trying to work on the script, child, I got a little teary eyed. Okay. I got a little sad. I was like, "Ooh, come on, this is good to me," because for me, I have this is my house. This was a generational curse breaker, and but this is what God is asking me for. Like, I can't show y'all on my phone, but have y'all ever seen that meme where it's Jesus? It's a little girl, and she has like a little teddy bear. She's hugging it, and she's just like, "I love this thing though, but I love it." And he's standing behind her and standing in front of her, but with his hand out asking for the thing. And behind him is like the biggest version of whatever she's holding on to. That has been the vision, the visual that God has given me concerning my time of transition. Like everything that he's asking me for, I truly believe there is something bigger on the other side. And that doesn't mean that's why I'm obedient, because you still be trying to hold on to your stuff. But that's something that it's a sweet reminder. Good morning, because that meme is amazing. Okay. But yeah, so I'm like, okay, God, this is what's going on. So in that video, I will be really talking through and just demonstrating what transition looks like, like what it does. And so like I'll also have okay, let me go back. On the first video where I'm talking about navigating transition, you would see me packing up the house. You would see me packing up my plants. You would see me like trying to bring order to what I